I sit before you here, a man sitting in the back seat of a 2014 Dodge Charger, and upon reflection of everything that's transpired since Harrison Burton's last win, it is really insane how everything can change and yet nothing can change. You see, the last time that Harrison Burton won any NASCAR race, it was the thick of 2020. It was the darkest period of my life. It was not a good time to be me. And it really looked like, it really looked like the world itself existed to bring me specifically as much suffering as possible. And it's funny. It's funny how much has transpired between then and now. And it's funny how we find ourselves back in the same place. We find ourselves in the dark ages. We find ourselves not having a grand old time. I am not loving it, as it turns out. And yet, it's interesting. I couldn't find my Harrison Burton hat. I was like, bruh, where is this? I paid good money for that hat. Where is it at? I don't know. It's not in my hat bag. I have a bag with all my hats in it, but apparently not all my hats because the Harrison Burton one is not in there. I have a fucking Ross Chastain hat in there. Why the hell do I even have this? But I can't find the Harrison Burton hat. It's very interesting. Yeah. I sat in this car listening to the song that you hear a lot on this channel, which is Food Brain, That Will Do. And we moved and grooved and had ourselves a good time because as if the hand of God reached out from the clouds and manipulated this event in such a way that it would result in the maximum chaos possible. I don't know. I don't know at this point. How is it that the guy having the worst season in the Cup Series, who is nearly a full race behind the guy second to last in points, he came into this race the lowest driver in full-time standings? No one mentions that. They just say that he was 34th. That doesn't tell the whole story. That doesn't tell the whole story. He was over half a race, if you include stage points, which you probably shouldn't if we're this low in the standings. 33 points, I believe, he was behind Zane fucking Smith, who's having a notably awful season. He came into this race just nothing short of a joke. Nothing short of a farcical sideshow. His Cup career has been, overall, I would rate it as clownish. Truly a clownish outing. He had, what? How many? 4 top 10s. 4 top 10s in almost 3 full seasons. Impressively bad is what I'm trying to say. Impressively bad. And now he's a Cup Series winner. It truly is interesting how absolutely nothing matters. That's the thing, is that's the life philosophy that I had for a long time. Is that nothing matters. Nothing matters. And I'm proven right time and time again that truly nothing matters. This is not a good thing nor a bad thing. It's just facts. Straight up facts. Nothing matters. I just said it's not a good thing or a bad thing, but I would say it's a good thing. I would say that the fact that nothing matters is a good thing. It means that whatever the fuck is going on one day, it won't mean shit the next. Now, that can have implications. That could have some serious implications. But, you really think about it. Will you ever be able to experience August 25th, 2024 ever again after today? Or if you're watching this after August 25th, will you ever be able to experience anything like it? I remember one day I was getting off of work and I went down to clock out and it was like 10:59 and I was like, fuck this shit. I am getting my full 8 hours in today. I don't give a shit. So I just paced around the room for a minute. For a straight up minute. I watched the fucking clock pacing back and forth. And I really reflected in that moment is that this is what I decided to do. On this exact day, for this exact minute of my life, this is what I chose to do. You know? Like, do you ever think about that kind of stuff sometimes? I can't believe that this video about Harrison Burton winning has become an existential crisis. But hey, you know what? That's kind of the theme of my life lately. So I guess we'll continue. That's what I did. It's just, I kind of reflected on the fact that there is a finite number of minutes that you get in this life. And that is what I choose to do with one of them, is stand there waiting for the clock to tick by to give me one more minute on my paycheck. That's what I chose to do in that moment. How much was that worth? I was getting paid, $13 an hour. So what was that worth? Like 7 cents? 7 cents to stand. It's probably more than that. 7 cents to stand. It's probably less than that, actually, now I think about it. But, yeah. So, but like, you think about it, dude. You think about it. Harrison Burton, he has had an embarrassing Cup Series career. Like, let's just lay it out there. It has been nothing short of horrendous. A horrendous Cup Series career. And yet, he's got a Daytona trophy. Like, you can't take that away from him. He has a Cup Series win. He will race for a championship in three races this year. Wouldn't it be the funniest shit if he advanced around? That would be so funny. Oh my God, that'd be so funny if like the regular series champion had 3 DNFs and missed the first round and Harrison popped off like 3 6th place finishes with stage points and just fucking advanced. That would be funny. I would like that a lot. That would be very funny, as a matter of fact. I hope that's what happens. But you know what? Borderline miracles taking place. There's only so many that you get. There's only, like I said, there's only so many minutes you get in this life. There's only so many borderline hand of God miracles that you get in this life. And what we witnessed last night was nothing short of a miracle. Nothing short of a fantasy that one couldn't even dream up. I know I said at the start of the year that I thought Harrison was going to win the Daytona 500. Damn, dude. I should have just said that he would win at Daytona. And people could have extrapolated in the comments that I meant the 500. But I actually meant this race. Aha. I was thinking ahead even back then. If only I could have foreseen what this year would turn into. You never can predict a whole lot of things in this life. But what happened last night is definitely not one of them. I remember, so I went to bed. I was not planning on watching a minute of this race. I went to sleep. But I woke up at 8:30 and I was like, I wonder if it's done or not. I wonder if it's done or not. I flipped on, I opened up, I'm pretty sure I opened Twitter and they said, oh, there's like 15 laps to go or something. And I was like, okay, fine. Opened up the stream on my phone, and what do I see? A fucking blowover. That's not what this video is about. I don't want to make this another race review like the Austin Dillon video. That shouldn't have been a race review. I want to focus on the positives, which is the fact that miracles really can happen. The fact that there is every reason to keep going, you know. You never fucking know what's going to happen, dude. Like, Harrison Burton, nothing short of the most embarrassing Cup Series career out of anyone that we've seen in a long time. And yet, here he is. Daytona winner in the Cup Series. NASCAR Cup Series winner. He will race for a championship. It's crazy how one of those finite minutes that you get in this life, how it can tick over to the next one and everything has changed. You never fucking know, brother. You never fucking know. So, as I sit in the back seat of a 2014 Dodge Charger, where I have celebrated heavily for a Harrison Burton win in the past. In fact, the most recent Harrison Burton win. That's a fucking lie. He won at Martinsville. No, wait, Martinsville was that was the next race. I'm a liar. Yeah. Close. It's close enough. For the sake of the fucking video, it's close enough. And in between then and now, so many things have happened. Truly. An indescribable number of things, an indescribable number of interactions, a lifetime's worth of experiences. It feels like I've lived 1,000 lives since the start of COVID. And yet at the same time, it feels like it was just yesterday that I was sitting on the concrete behind the hotel thinking, I just got laid off. What do I do now? March 2020 seems so long ago, and yet so recent. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know if anyone's getting anything out of this besides me. All I know is that you never fucking know. You really never know. And all this being said, we don't know what Harrison's doing next year. I don't know if Harrison knows what he's doing next year. I don't fucking know. Chance that Penske brings back their Xfinity car? I don't know, dude. Doesn't matter at this point. Doesn't matter at this point. He has a NASCAR Cup Series win. Like, you know. So, what does all this say? What does all this say about the lives that we lead and the paths that we choose and the horrors that we experience on a day-to-day basis? What makes it all worth it, my friends? What makes it all worth it? I don't have an answer for that yet, but I do know one thing. Harrison Burton is cute. Anyway, this has been a video. Am I even going to upload this shit? Probably. I'm probably going to upload this. Thanks to TJ Arnold and Adam Peel, the mega appreciators. If you click the join button underneath the video, like right here-ish, you can have access to early uploads if you select the Mega Appreciator tier, and you will also have the opportunity to vote on the videos that I create in the future. Aside from that, all of the channel members are appreciated, and all channel members will be mentioned in the description of this video except for videos that I upload on my phone. Well, shit, it's the thought that counts, right? Anyway, yeah. This has been a video. I don't really know what else to say. There's nothing interesting in the backseat of this car. What's this? That's nothing. This is a Jolly Time popcorn bag. I got this by sending in like 4 box tops from Blasto Butter Popcorns, but they didn't send it to me the first time. I had to go and get an additional 4 box tops before they sent me that. And I have not used it once, and it's just sat in every car that I've owned for the last 10 years. So this thing has seen the back seat of the Corolla, and the Fusion for that matter. So yeah, I got nothing else to say. Anything interesting in the front seat? There's a straw. There's a bottle of Smart Water. Yeah, nothing much going on here. So, I guess this video's over. Yeah. What the fuck, dude?